We are back here for our next game, Corrupt versus GN Squad. I imagine what that initial is supposed to mean. And I'm pretty excited for this. I've seen Corrupt play. I know they're an excellent team, but I haven't seen GN Squad play, so I'm interested to see how they're going to take on this pretty experienced team. And I want to see if it's going to be a blowout or if it's going to be like my last game with CDR and Enemy, where it was literally like down to the wire in the tiebreaker. So I'm interested to see what is going to happen. Get out of here. Right here. Alright guys, we are almost ready here. GN Squad will choose their last two tanks. Corrupt will choose their last tank, and then we will be on the go. So it looks like GN Squad's bringing out that 110. I've been seeing that, and it looks like Corrupt is too. The 110's been rearing its head into the competitive landscape, and it's a pretty good alternative to an IS-3. So I'm interested to see how that's going to work. Both teams are choosing to take a lot of heavies and only a tier 6 light, so that's going to be an interesting. Shit, did I just kick more than one? There we go. Alright, it looks like all the teams have their tanks chosen. We are ready to go. So Pravorovka, what have we seen here? We've seen a lot of aggressive play in the middle. We haven't seen a lot of, bull pushes or railroad pushes. What we've seen is the teams really come together in the middle of the map and just charge each other. And usually the light tanks are actually the deciding factor in who wins. If it's not that, it's just who does better focus fire and who prioritizes enemies better. But overall, it's been pretty aggressive on this map. So Corrupt are taking an AMX Chaffee just like GN Squad, and they are taking two lightweights instead of an extra T32 and instead of two extra T32. So they are trading a lot of hit points today. So let's see how they're gonna make it work. One thing they definitely do have over the enemy team is effective light tanks, obviously. These lightweights can shred that AMX Chaffee in a matter of seconds, and they can really hurt these heavy tanks with their APCR rounds with 217 pen. They can get right through them. So the AMX Chaffee for the GN Squad is coming up here, getting some early spots on, trying not to get hit. And, excuse me. And it looks like all the GN Squad heavies are here in the middle. Whereas Corrupt is going to go ahead and do a railroad push. I feel like this is a pretty excellent strategy, as because GN Squad is in the middle, if they can manage to get them while they're still in these positions, they can just shoot down at them from a hold down position. That'll be great. However, if GN Squad wants to counter this, all they have to do is either fall back or just cross over the trap, or just cross over. I don't know, let's see what's going to happen. It looks like Corrupt is sending one of their lightweights back here to try and get some fire, but the AMX Chaffee and the IS-3, or T-32, my bad, are already on him over there. So because they're over there, you know what that means now is that we have an overmatch here. However, GN Squad is doing something very smart. They're keeping two of their heavy tanks over here so that if Corrupt pushes these guys, these heavy tanks will have room to come over and push. We see a bit of a trade there. Frazzle gets one shot into his upper hole in the ice for 354. It was a low roll, but still only losing HP. And here they go. The T-54 lightweight Greed is coming in. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and focus fire Frazzle. Frazzle's taking 2 hits this game, and it's been the main attraction. But now the lightweight is taking a lot of damage. I really want to see Corrupt do some better focus fire here. I feel like that's what they need to do to win this game, because Frazzled is now out of this game, and they lost greed in that lightweight. They're down 2 tanks right now. They don't have, and they started out with an HP deficiency. Who do we have over here? Penny in the AMX Chaffee. Yep, this wasn't a good play by Corrupt. I feel like it was really rushed and it wasn't planned. And also GN Squad is doing some excellent focus fire right now, as they were whenever the first tank crossed over. So Zayul falls, and then Lady Golem falls. And it looks like remaining Philly is the only tier 8 left in the matchup right now, putting one more into Monkey. And the AMX Chaffee's on about 200 health. He's struggling right now. I did not change this, did I? Yep, and it looks like these light tanks are just holding on till the end. Just trying to make the best of it here, but I don't think it's going to work out for them.
Pull back! We're in over our head!
Alright. Corrupt versus Squad. Alright, it's going to switch up the sides. GN Squad wins that first round pretty decisively. And also, for you guys in chat, the overlay that I was planning to use for this game, it seems to be a bit broken. So I cannot change the I'm just going to take off the overlay because it's not functioning correctly here. So sorry about that, guys. Hopefully I'll figure out what the problem is later. What did we see in that first game? I feel like Corrupt, they had a good strategy, but they just rushed it a little bit. And GN Squad did something very well there. They didn't put all their eggs in one basket. They kept the tanks a little bit separated, but just enough so that they can really support each other. And I feel like that's an excellent move. And it really did pay off for GN Squad, as they won that game very decisively, only losing 2 tanks. Alrighty, both teams looks like they are ready. Let's hit it up. So game 2 here on Pravoropka. GN Squad dominated the last game. Although I feel like Corrupt had the better strategy, but GN Squad definitely knew how to counter that strategy. And I feel like Corrupt kind of panicked and they rushed their push, and it was a very unorganized push, not with a lot of synergy. So hopefully I'll see something better from Corrupt. And I am expecting them to probably come back and win this game. But if GN Squad plays like they did last game, then it's going to be very hard for Corrupt to pick another win, to pick a win up here. starting off here. Game 2. So what are we seeing here? Corrupt are going for another railroad push. And it looks like BSN, what am I talking about? GN Squad are taking control of the middle of the map, and they're doing pretty much the same thing they did last time, sending a few tanks to one little dip, and then sending the other ones to the other side of the dip to support in case of a push. Great plan. But now that Corrupt sees what they're doing, I'm hoping they'll find a way to get some flanking fire in, but it looks like the T-32 is already over here to protect against the light tanks. Greed takes a nasty 105 mil shot from that T-32. T-32 is a pretty decent tank for this sort of map and these sort of strategies they're doing. They're really protecting their side. I think what I'd like to see is these two light tanks to go all the way around and get in the valley over there and start firing down at the enemies. But we'll see if they end up doing that here. So the AMX Chaffee's over here hanging out, looking for a shot. And you see, this is a problem right now. Corrupt is losing health early on. You don't want to be doing this, because when you get pushed or you want to push, you won't have the health. And there we go. 2 more shots get exchanged. Philly has lost about 500 HP this game. Lady Golem takes a shot, and Frazzle has taken a shot. You don't want to see this. You don't want to see this much HP being leaked this early on. They're just setting up for GN Squad to be able to come in here and just, you know, have a major advantage whenever they push. There we go. We see Hunter take a shot from the AMX Chaffee, and Kinder take a shot from the T-54 Lightweight. The Lightweight's coming back up for another shot. Misses the AMX Chaffee and ends up trading a shot with the Chaffee. And it looks like Funeral over there in the 110 is taking a hit. And there we go. Now Corn is taking a hit. Now the HPs are evening out a little bit. We're seeing a little bit more aggressive play from Corrupt, and looks like they're aiming their shots better as well. There we go. Another one into Funeral. Funeral kind of needs to get out of his spot. He needs to get down to the lower part of the ridge. And another problem with the Corrupt setup, I feel like, is I want these T-32s to be a little bit more effective in using their turrets. So who was that? Yep, Philly takes another hit. He's now on very low health. And there you go. T-32 takes a hit for a solid 390 average. Poop Cannon takes another hit there from Mass Shadow, I think. Nope, that was a great revert. But once again, Corrupt isn't trading HP very well, and I think every one of their heavy tanks here, besides Zayul, has taken a hit this game. So I definitely feel like GN Squad has the HP advantage right now. And honestly, there we go. The Lightweight takes a big 381 hit, and I really feel like the Lightweight over here is being ignored, and I feel like this AMX Chaffee and T-32 could very easily just come over here and kill this guy and go back to their side of the tracks. So the Lightweight trying to peek a shot on one of the IS-3s over towards the edge. T-32 misses him, and the 54 Lightweight dumps his shell in the dirt. So let's go over here to the GN Squad guys. Let's see what they're up to. So Corn is on about 800 health, maybe a little bit higher, and it looks like, who is this? Fartmaster is in the middle of the map on pretty good health. But here's the 110 Funeral. Yeah, he's on about half health there. He needs to be pretty careful. And there we go. We see some crossfire. And it looks like the T-32 over there is trying to push the Lightweight a little bit. Like I said, I want to see this Lightweight get pushed more. Yeah, there's an AMX Chaffee up here, but, you know, you're taking a few shots from an AMX Chaffee and killing a T-54 Lightweight. That's a pretty good trade, in my opinion. The T-32 comes over, puts one more into him, bounces like this third or fourth shotting from that AMX Chaffee, because AMX Chaffee really can't pen him from this distance. And I really want to see him get taken out, because these IS-3s over here, I think, should be a little bit more supportive. And they're not, and I think they're about to pay for that by losing their Lightweight. As I said, I feel like these light tanks should have gone to the other side already to try and flank. Oop, there you go. The AMX Chaffee manages to score a hit. The T-32 takes a hit from the IS-3, but the trade was already made. there we go. The lightweight from Corrupt is dead. Pretty bad trade. Zale's taking a few hits from the AMX chaff who's over there, just sniping at him. And Philly is on extremely low health now, even on a one-shot for, you know, some of the lower guns in this game. But he manages to take out Zombie Hunter in the T-32, making this a little bit more even, but I just feel like Corrupt has, you know, they sort of drained too much of their HP already, and there you go. I think that's Lady Golem has taken, that's Frazzle. Frazzle has taken another shot. This is just sort of peekaboo, ridge poking tactics, and it really just depends on who is able to aim better and who's realizing who's coming up. Mass Shadow takes another 288 hit, probably from the T-32 or the 110. And I feel like now this is an opportunity, because that T-32 is dead on this side, that yes, Philly should come over here in the IS-3 and Finny should be over here getting side shots into the GN squad. Funeral's on super low health, and if they could take him out real quick, that'd be great. There we go. I think Finny's just going to go in here. I think he has a slight, yeah, Finny has a slight HP advantage. Oh, he gets the initial shot off, hurts himself a little bit, gets the second shot off, and then dodges the last one. He is tracked, though, and he is dead now. However, that light tank is now taken out. It's now 2-2. But, oh, there we go. Yep. Philly was a little bit too ambitious there with that sort of poke, and he got killed by the enemy IS-3. There's another Corrupt guys. They're pretty corralled in right now, and I feel like they're doing the right thing. They're going to go ahead and go for a push. They're going to go ahead and get Poop out of here. Excellent focus fire. Poop's taking 3 hits. One more shot, and he's going to be out of this. But Frazzle dies from the enemy IS-3. Poop falls, though, to mass cannons 110. But now the Corrupt guys are just stuck in a hole. Even though it is 3-on-3, the GN squad has much better positioning right now. Zale's going to have to take a lot of the hits if they want to come out of this with the win. So Korn is falling back, but I think the T-32 is going to get slammed by the IS-3 who's waiting in the back, just reloading. Yep, Lady Golem gets taken out by Revert. Revert made an excellent positioning choice to be in the back of this map, and he really did help out here towards the end. He took out 2 people at the end of this game. So Zayo has to get one more shot off on the IS-3, but he takes one in the rear from the enemy IS-3. Revert, who's still back there on nearly full health. And now Fart Master catches him on fire. He puts it out pretty quickly, but it's pretty much over here. He might get one more shot in, but I doubt it. I doubt he'll be able to bounce this next shot. Oh, it gets absorbed into the track. Now, will he be able to maybe get a really high roll here and kill Fart Master? Let's see if he will. Nope, Fart Master manages to take him out before he reloads or aims. And that is another win for GN Squad.
Fall back. Live to fight another day.
Alright, and our next map is Himmelsdorf. GN Squad's pretty, you know, they're dominating right now. If they win 2 more, they have it. Search stand-up battle, there we go. Stuff's there, maybe go to GN Squad. Alrighty. So it looks like the GN squad are taking a pretty similar setup as they took last game, despite the map change. Interested to see how this is going to go for them. Alright, GN squad just has to pick their last. Go. Alright, Rob Chef. Yep. Alright, both teams are good to go. Here we go. Game 3. Alright, so let's see the corrupt side of things. They got 2 110s, 3 IS3s, a 5100, and an AMX Chaffee. GN Squad, 2 5100s, 2 IS3s, 1 110, 1 T32, 1 AMX Chaffee. So, the GN Squad is going to have to be careful here. They got to use those 5100s effectively, and they have to cover those 5100s when they're reloading. If they don't do those things, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. So let's go ahead and take this aerial. So it looks like the corrupt guys are going to go ahead and go for the Banana Road push, or at least they're going to be trying to cover Banana Road. And it looks like GN Squad is going to be doing the same or similar thing. It looks like GN Squad is going to go ahead and send their light tank, their AMX Chaffee, and both 5100s up the hill, which I feel is a pretty risky strategy because corrupt right now, they're going in. They want this. They're going to do the Banana Road push. They're not going to hold back. They're already here on Banana Road. They spotted each other. Now let's see who's going to engage first. There we go. The 110 gets an early trade off from one of the enemy IS-3s. And then this 110 right here is taking some heavy damage. Gets tracked and is taken now too. It's Mass Shadow. Needs to repair and just go through. They can't be stuck here at this choke point. Push through. Choose a target. Focus him down. Like good. That's good right there. Get revert. Just focus him down. GN Squad is doing much better focus fire right now despite being outnumbered. And I feel like that's why they've been winning their games. And yet, Reedy's taken down. The 5100 now back in the game. Zombie down here. Mass Shadow gets taken out. And I feel like Corrupt is just being really sloppy right now. They should have never stopped on Banana. They should have just kept pushing through, got to their targets, and focus fired them down heavily. So not a very good push by Corrupt. And they even split heavy tanks. And fair enough, now these two guys can flank, but now there's nothing to flank because all the corrupt heavies are, that went over here are now dead. Lady Golem's about to fall, but let's go ahead and see what this IS-3 can do against this 110. 110 puts one into the IS-3, IS-3 puts one into the 110. 110 is now on very low health. AMX Chaffee's trying to dump some shots into the AMX 5100 and IS-3. 110 puts another into the IS-3, but now the 110 falls, and Poop Cannon falls 2 to the 5100. But now what do we have here? 5100 on 5100, and the enemy 5100 has a major HP advantage, and he is victorious. Zayle falls, and all that is left is Philly here versus a 5100 and another IS-3, and now he's going to get converged on. Puts one to the 5100, but he is now fallen, and now Finney is the only one left in the AMX Chaffee. Puts one into the IS-3, but now the enemy AMX Chaffee is here to play. He's going to go ahead and follow him, and the 5100 Fartmaster is on the move to intercept. He gets one put into him, gets two put into him, gets three put into him, and for a ram, and then there's the last one, and that is it. Great play by GN Squad to focus. They really just have better focus fire in that game. There wasn't much to it besides that. And that was the deciding factor. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and get ready for game 3. I feel like Corrupt needs to, take a step back and really slow down their strategies. It seems like they just want to rush in and, get it done, just like they did in the first game on Proc, and that ended horribly, and it ended horribly here as well. I feel like they need to slow down a little bit, read the strategies that GN Squad has been using, and try to adjust. So what they're doing now is not really working. And they are down 3-0 right now. This is about to be a 4-0. For a team that I've seen, they've played very well. Oh. Alrighty. Corrupt has to pick one more tank. There we go. GN Squad can pick their last two. And Corrupt can pick their last one. And here we go. Starting the 4th game of this match and the 2nd game on Himmelsdorf. So what have we seen? Well, we've just seen GN Squad. It seems like they've just been a little bit more organized than Corrupt, and they've also been communicating better in the focus fire department. They've really been focus firing very good, and that's really how you break a strong push. If you just focus fire and stay calm, you'll end up, taking out tanks one by one every 15 to 20 seconds, even at tier 8. So that's probably how you want to do it. Quick swig of agua. And let's get to it. So if Corrupt loses this game, then that's it. That's it for them. Not obviously not in the tournament, but for this match. That'll be pretty disappointing to see. So let's go ahead and see if these guys can pull it through.
We've got enemies incoming. Better take them out or capture their base. Let's go.
So the Corrupt team has chosen to take 2 110s, 3 IS3s, and a 5100 AMX Chaffee. Same setup as last time, but they're going to go ahead and go down the 2 and 3 line, it looks like, while the GN Squad is going to go ahead and take Banana Road and send their 5100s and light tanks up to the lighthouse. So both teams are pretty much swapping sides. So Finney is probably right now spotting the onslaught of heavies, and he's going to go ahead and probably book it out of there. And instead of falling down following the Banana Road path, GN Squad, it looks like they're going to go ahead and hang out. They're sending one heavy tank over here. Get ready to spot any of these guys that cross or try to get over here. But as a whole, it looks like the GN Squad doesn't know what's going on right now. All the Corrupt heavies, none of them got spotted because you cannot spot anything unless you're right here looking into this gap. So the GN Squad is I don't know. They must be pretty shocked right now. So the corrupt heavies have a great chance to play aggressively here, but it looks like the GN squad can read their tactics and they're heading back towards their base because, you know, where else would they be? So that's good that the GN squad has enough sense to do that. And now what I would like to see is I would like to see maybe the AMX Chaffee maybe go for the cap, or maybe both 5100s go for the cap. Maybe some cap pressure would be nice. And yep, there you go. They are on the cap. So it looks like from this location up on the hill, the 5100s can see directly into the base. But let's see who snuck in there. It is, oh man, Lady Golem has snuck in the cap behind the church. And now Corrupt is just doing the good old bait. You know, they're sending out Lady Golem as bait. And whenever these guys try to come reset, they are ready here for some focused fire. Unfortunately, that doesn't go too well. They bounce 2 or 3 shots off for 110 and then miss one. Now they're all going to go ahead and move up. So they're putting tremendous cap pressure now. GN Squad only has 15 seconds to respond, and I feel like Corrupt should be back here more, making GN Squad come out instead of them coming out. Great focus fire on Funeral, shooting at the exact same time, 710 damage. They got to put one more into Funeral to finish him off. And it looks like they might just go ahead and cap this out. There we go, Corrupt. This is what we need to see. This is some great aggressive play, and Corrupt has capped it out. Pretty good play there. They just didn't mess around. They went into the cap, and they got it.
Best job I ever had.
And now we move to Mervanka. Alrighty, guys. Looks like we are almost ready to go. Alright, here we go. Game 5. This time on Muravanka. Right now it is 3-1 GN Squad, but Corrupt made a pretty good comeback last game. They just went ahead and applied a bunch of cap pressure, and they ended up capping it out. That really threw GN Squad off. So maybe they'll do something like that again, or they'll just play very aggressive like they did and get into a better position. Corrupt has chosen to take 2 light tanks as well. Both teams have an AMX Chaffee, but Crowley's in that 54 lightweight, so let's see how he's going to utilize that. And they don't have a 5100 either, so that sort of burst potential damage is gone from their setup. So let's see how that's going to work. They're going to have to, you know, fend off the enemy heavies.
We've got enemies in the area. We either have to take them all out or capture their base. Let's roll.
Alright, so starting off here, all the Corrupt heavies and the lightweight are going to go ahead and push down the 2 and 3 line, while the AMX Chaffee is going to go ahead and go to the Magical Forest to see if he can spot anything. I think their AMX Chaffee has probably spotted the heavy tanks right now, or at least spotted the lightweight. Penny over here playing pretty carefully, doesn't want to make sure he doesn't get spotted. And Kinder Diamond is playing kind of risky right now because all Crowley has to do to take him out is rotate around here and take him out, because he doesn't have much support. But it looks like the GN Squad actually is just going to go ahead and move right up, play aggressively. So the IS-3 takes one from one of the T-32s, and now we see some pretty even trading here. Both teams traded about 1,000 damage there. And who is that? 5100 has shots right into the middle of this cluster of heavies, but it looks like they thought of that. Billy over here in the IS-3 is ready to attack the 5100 and anybody else who tries to do stuff like that. Zombie up here at the T-32 tried to shoot down into these guys. I feel like, ooh, gets a fire there. That was probably Philly over there towards the one line who did that. And I want these light tanks on the Corrupt side to do something. They really need to get in. They really need to get in this game. They're just hanging out right now. They need to go attack the cap or go behind these guys or get their sides. They need to get a little closer. So the IS Frazzle takes another shot from the 5100. 5100 puts another shot into Frazzle. Frazzle's getting focused down right now. The 5100 tracks, or no, he just bounces off him. 5100, I think, is now on the reload. There you go. That AMX Chaffee puts one into Poop Cannon. And it looks like the IS-3 takes one from the 110. IS-3, is that HE, or? I don't know, that was weird. 200 roll there. Maybe came from the lightweight. And it looks like Poop Cannon's taking an interest in the lightweight, puts another one into Zombie. Both T-32s have to be careful now. And Corrupt is going to go ahead and do a push here. And they're going to go ahead, I think they need to go and focus Revert right now. They shouldn't be focusing really anybody else right now. Yep. Browser gets taken out. They take out Zombie and the T-32. They need to take out Revert. You know, get the low health tanks out of the game. Or just shoot. Yeah, Revert. There you go. They take out Revert. Now they need to focus on the T-32 Poop Cannon. Just all out carnage right now. Lady Golem falls. Corn falls. And it is still 3-on-3 right now. Poop Cannon takes another shot from the lightweight and gets killed by the 110, but the 110 gets killed by the 5100 out in the field, who has managed to still keep most of his health. Philly's on low health. He takes out Funeral, but he's taken out once again by that 5100. So Kinder's on very low health, but both the Corrupt light tanks are on full health. They put one into the 5100, bounces one off 5100, puts another one into 5100 with a tracking shot, puts another one into the 5100. That AMX Chaffee's doing some good work right now, taking out the GN Squad 5100. Dumps his clip, and now they're going to go ahead and move on the Chaffee. Comes to lightweight. Oh, going for the ram. Ooh, risky move right there, but he gets it. If he wouldn't have ram killed him, Vinny could have lost a lot of health there. The 5100 is rotating around. Let's go in and see how much health he has left. 344. That's just enough to take one shot from the lightweight, but he can't take a shot from both. If he does, you know, and survives, he'll be very lucky. He has to take out that AMX Chaffee first. AMX Chaffee puts 1 into him, puts 2 into him, and Fart Master is out of this game. Corrupt coming back here. The Corrupt are making a little bit of a comeback now. Let's see if they can keep up the momentum. Yeah, he... Oh, boop. Sorry, just kicked one of the GN Squad guys. The Corrupt are making a little bit of a comeback here. If they manage to win this next game, we will go into another overtime round on Sand River. All right. Let's see this. What are they going to pick? An IS-3. Both teams meet the requirements. Go ahead and head out. So here we go. Game 6. And here we are on Muravenka. What am I expecting to see here? I'm expecting Corrupt to try to use similar strategies as they did last time, or maybe make their light tanks play a little bit more aggressively, because while they did win that game, I feel like if their light tanks would have been in the game quicker and more effective quicker, they could have saved some of their heavy tanks and made that win easier. And GN Squad's just going to have to watch out and, you know, place their tanks a little better and make that AMX Chaffee do a little bit more damage. I feel like he didn't really do too much. The GN Squad is staying with their same tanks, 150, 100, 2 T-32s, 3 IS-3s, and that AMX Chaffee. Corrupt is doing the same thing, sticking with their 2 110s, 3 IS-3s, lightweight, and that AMX Chaffee. Both light tanks for the Corrupt are going into the forest, just like last time. Gonna go ahead and get some early spots over there. And it looks like GN Squad is doing the same thing they did on this side last game. They're just going to go ahead and go down the 2 line and put their heavy tanks there. I feel like if there's an artillery in this matchup, even a tier 6 artillery on the Corrupt side, I feel like they could do a lot with it, honestly. The way GN Squad has been playing. I really wish I could see some more arty gameplay in these sort of competitive games. We have some trading fire here. So far, no damage has been dealt from either side yet. It looks like both T-32s, Poop and Zombie, are going to go ahead and push into the middle of the map, just like last time. And who is over here? Fart Master, once again, sticking in the back with his 5100. And there we go. The 110 takes a big shot from the ISU for 453. The T-32 is focus firing these guys now very good. Hunter takes a lot of damage for that shot, though. So all in all, I think it was an even trade. The IS-3 puts one into Rebirth, who takes a big hit. Rebirth puts a low roll into the IS-3 that shot him. And it looks like GN Squad are doing a full-on push right now. They do have the overmatch here. This is, well, it is a 5-on-5 that AMX Chaffee could come in here and dump 600 damage really quick. And there you go. The AMX Chaffee, this is the time he needs to come in. There he comes. Puts one into Philly. Misses his second. Bounces his third. Hits his fourth. Hits his fifth. And it's just little AMX Chaffee. It can just be annoying like that. He's on the reload now, but it can dish out a fair amount of damage. So Funeral's on very low health. And Mass Shadow's trying to take him out. Shadow takes him out. And now here come the corrupt light tanks. Once again, these guys I feel should have came a little earlier. But now they are ganging up on Corn and Diamond right now. They need to focus down Corn, though. Taking out an IS-3 is much more important than an AMX Chaffee. There you go. This is some good focus fire and good teamwork right now. That lightweight should have Corn any second. Puts one more into him. The 110 takes him out. AMX Chaffee is on the move. And Corrupt are now up 5-3. And he gets, and Kinder Diamond gets taken out. Bartmaster's on full health, and he's running for the cap right now, or I'm not 100% sure what he's doing. Bartmaster got spotted there. He's just trying to run now, but really he's in a pretty deep hole. There's two light tanks left who will chase him down and keep him spotted. In other words, he is pretty screwed. He's still running. Crowley's hot on his tail in the middle of the map. If I were these guys, I'd send one tank back to the cap just in case. Oh, but Fart decides to turn around. Pretty risky move, but he is in a bad situation anyways. So Crowley's coming in. He takes one shot from the 5100, misses his next. Puts another shot into 5100, and there we go, another shot at 5100, but if he takes, I think, one more shot, he could die. And he falls. So it is now 3-3 on Sand River Assault.
Chalk up another win. Chalk up another win.
And it is now 3-3. And Frazzle wants to attack, so this is leftist defending. Alright guys, here we go. It would be great to see Corrupt win this one. Down from, they lost 3 games in a row and have now won 3 games in a row. Let's see if they can bring home the fourth, or if GN Squad will get their stuff back together and win this next game. So, yep, Corrupt has to pick their last tank, and we'll be off. All right, here we go. Last round. All right, here we go. Last round against Corrupt versus GN Squad. Corrupt has made it a fantastic comeback. From down from 3-0, it is now 3-3. They're on a hot streak, so let's see if they can bring it home. They chose to attack on Sand River Assault, which you don't see too often, but it very well could work out for them. Let's see how they're going to go ahead and play this one out. They've chosen to field 3 IS-3s, 2 lightweights, an AMX Chaffee, and a 110, whereas GN Squad is taking a more defensive loadout with more heavy tanks, 3 T-32s, 2 IS-3s, 1 110, and that AMX Chaffee. One thing you got to watch out for is when you see that many T-32s, you have to remember that GN Squad, they can turtle. Because if they hold their side of the map and the time runs out, they win because they're the defending team. So they can just turtle with those T-32s, but it looks like that's not the case here. They're going to go ahead and do some pushing. All right. So what do we see here? It looks like the GN Squad are fielding a bunch of their heavy tanks in the E1 area, which is pretty weird, must admit. And keeping the rest around the C1 area. So the AMX Chaffee is the only thing over here in the whole, 430 section. And actually 330 section. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. GN Squad are in fact going for a turtle because, well, they can, honestly. However, I feel like it's a super risky strategy. And I don't know, Corrupt could break it. So let's see how it's going to play out. 2 minutes have already passed through this game without a single shot fired. I think barely anybody's been spotted either. Corrupt is still moving up. In their heavy tanks, the light tanks are taking the hill, searching for targets. Both lightweights in this game are going to have to play a big role. Because, they're trading a lot of HP for these lightweights. corrupt heavies are, you know, waiting for somebody to get spotted. The AMX Shaffy is going out, looking for some enemies. And I think he finally found them. I think he found Fart Master and Zombie. That's what it would appear to be. Yeah, he definitely has them spotted right now. Tries to put one into Zombie, but backs off immediately, getting spotted. And here come the rest of the heavy tanks. They're moving up cautiously because they have to know that these guys are turtling. GN Squad, it's a pretty weird turtle, honestly. But I guess we'll see what's going to happen. So all of the corrupt tanks are just moving up. I would love to see maybe... Oh, well, actually, I see what they did. GN Squad kind of destroyed every building in this area, so there really is nowhere to hide anymore. Pretty good strategy. So the corrupt heavies are now spotting those two T-32s who are hull down. And the two lightweights are hanging over here, trying to think of what to do, trying to find a weak spot. So there we go. We see some shots traded. T-32 Fartmaster takes a hit from what looked like a low roll from a IS-3, and the 110 takes a hit from the T-32. IS-2 tries to put one in, but misses. Takes a shot in return, but puts one in return. Zombie Hunter and Fartmaster have now taken hits, and now the three light tanks are in a bit of a rough spot here. If these heavies push them, they'll be in a lot of trouble. There you go. IS-3 lands a big one on Zombie for 425, and then a 371 hits Fartmaster. These T-32s need a little bit more support over there if they want to be successful. T-32s put one more into the IS-3. Yep, just doing some trading right now. Zombie takes another high roll from an IS-3 for 423, and Zombie gets taken out. However, one of the IS-3s gets shot by what looked like another T-32. And I feel like the light tanks right now for the corrupt side are being a little bit ineffective right now. I expect a little bit more. However, they are sitting in the cap. Vinny's in a pretty good spot, but even with that, it's still a risky spot. Vinny is just on the edge of the cap. He needs to get a little bit more of his tank in. It looks like Vinny's going to decide just take some cover. Reed pretty much wastes his lightweight and does nothing with it. A little bit disappointing to see that. I would have liked to see them. Right now, these lightweights where they should be, where these light tanks should be, is over here on this ridge shooting into the side of these guys. That's where they should be. But instead, they're in the cap, trying to cap. It just isn't a good strategy right now. So each team has lost a tank, and let's go ahead and check our HP here. I feel like Corrupt has a little bit more HP, maybe, but they did start out with less HP by choosing more light tanks. So GN Squad probably has the HP advantage actually. And we're just seeing some trading here, and there you go. Crowley and Finney finally doing the right thing here. Didn't mean to do that. Coming over here to this mid-ridge to shoot into the side of these heavy tanks. What we want to see. There you go. Puts one into one of the... What was that, an IS-3? Yep, Corn. Corn is just sort of out in the open. They put another one into Funeral. This lightweight's being able to do some good work. This is where both lightweights should have been at the beginning of this whole engagement. See if they can find any more shots over here. It might be spotted. There you go. The AMX Shaffy gets spotted by what looks like the other AMX Shaffy, and he's on very low health. He has to get out of there. Finney has to move. He could easily die right now. There we go. Both lightweight. The lightweight is now taking a little bit more of an aggressive push. Looking out, it looks like, yep, here we go. The corrupt heavies are going, and this is a pretty risky push because they don't have their light tank support right now. Now the light tank's on the ridge. There you go. They're moving up. They have to get here quick. The only way corrupt is going to win this engagement. Oh, God, no. It's a disaster. Immediately, Frowsel gets taken out, and they are vastly outnumbered right now. If they want to win this engagement, they have to try and focus down the lower health tanks. Both T-32s. There you go. Hoop Cannon is out of this game. Revert. These light tanks should be focusing down Fartmaster right now, or anybody with low health. Maybe Funeral. Fartmaster takes another hit. Fartmaster is now finished off. It's now 3-4. There you go. Corn is now set on fire, but now it is a 4v2. Corrupt can still win this, though. They can take out Corn. There you go. Corn gets taken out. And now let's go ahead and check this out. Mass Shadow is on a one-hit kill, and Billy is on about a two-shot kill. Billy aims in, takes a shot, bounces one, but takes one in return as well from the enemy IS-3 Revert. 110 should be coming up anytime soon. Puts a nice 350 high roll into the IS-3. Billy puts a nice one into Funeral. These guys are need to guard their HP. The IS-3 shoots, bounces off the 110. This is a great chance for them to take out this IS-3. Oh no, Philly bounces, but he bounces the return shot from the 110. And the 110 cracks Revert. Oh god, no, he has to hide from Revert. Revert can easily take him out, and he gets taken out. He should have just fallen all the way back there. But now Revert is now in a one-shot kill, but I think the 110 can see Philly. Oh, he misses Philly. Oh, he gets taken out now. Here we go. There's 36 seconds left, and actually, Corrupt can't win this. Even if he would have gotten that kill, GN Squad manages to pick this one up 4-3. Unfortunate for Corrupt. I really thought they had it going there at the end, but they just didn't coordinate that final push well enough. If they would have came in at the exact same time, they could have had that.
Yeah, what's up, bro? What?
The mod for the game is gonna be Don't Blink. I'm not sure what the lineup is yet. Still kind of sorting everything else out.
Well, you know, I'm a monster, so. Hey, are we gonna be on Discord or are we gonna be party chat?
Probably party chat.
Alright. How's your day going, man?
Shit.
Fine. I can sort all this shit out. Mods showing up late and whatnot. I got a party invite. Hold on.
Alright.
Well, guys, thank you very much for watching this stream. I think I'll once again have another game up very soon. So if you guys want to see more of my channel, feel free to do that. And I will see you guys in a little bit.